This podcast is sponsored by Squat, the hilarious new adult animated sitcom set in a quirky Boston fitness center. Tune in to see if Scott can keep the gym afloat amidst chaos and comedy. Streaming now on YouTube at squatspotfitness.com.
Why adult cartoons are the ultimate travel inspiration for humor lovers. Discover how adult cartoons inspire quirky tourism culture with laughs, weird destinations, and the hilarious Squat sitcom. Adult cartoons and tourism culture, a surprisingly hilarious combo. Okay, picture this. You're binge-watching your favorite adult animated TV shows, laughing at the twisted humor and offbeat characters, when suddenly, bam, you notice something wild. These shows are like unofficial tourism guides to some seriously weird and wonderful places. Yeah, who knew that adult cartoons could inspire some major travel goals? I'm talking less about Disneyland and more about the quirky, bizarre spots that even your GPS would hesitate to recommend. Now, stay with me here, because I'm not just throwing out random ideas. There's a whole culture around how adult cartoon series depict locations, lifestyles, and yes, the downright absurd rituals of fictional towns that make you want to hop on a plane or, at minimum, check out Google Maps to see if these places are real or just borderline hallucinations in ink and pixels. First up, Springfield from The Simpsons. A classic, right? But think about the tourism angles. A nuclear power plant with nearly constant danger, a Moe's Tavern that's somehow still a local hotspot despite health violations, and a town meeting so dysfunctional you'd probably never vote for anything there. If that isn't a tourist trap, I don't know what is. Oh, and don't miss the famous Duff beer. Too bad it's mostly a myth outside your fridge. Then there's Rick and Morty, which basically turns the whole universe into a travel brochure for chaos. Portals, interdimensional travel, that's like the ultimate sci-fi road trip you didn't even know you needed. Imagine a vacation schedule where you spend breakfast on a planet of telepathic sentient kittens and dinner arguing with an evil version of yourself from an alternate timeline. Now that's the new definition of off the beaten path. Off the beaten. And let's be honest, the way adult animation taps into cultural quirks is basically a masterclass in satire paired with travel vibes. Shows like BoJack Horseman showcase Hollywood's bright lights and dark shadows, making you half want to book a flight to LA and half want to stay the hell away. It's like a travel brochure written by someone who's been there, done that, and maybe had a few too many existential crises to talk about it. Now, what about the fun side of this crossover? Adult humor cartoons often play around with cliches and stereotypes about local cultures, but in a way that's self-aware and wickedly funny. Remember those roadside diner episodes? Those rundown gyms? Even those weird theme parks that feel like they were designed by someone who binge-watched too many conspiracy documentaries? They all make you want to pack a bag, but maybe bring a helmet too. Speaking of gyms and weird theme parks, have you heard about Squat? Sitcom? It's basically the fitness meets comedy goldmine you never knew you needed. Imagine your favorite adult animation series mashed up with a gym culture parody that's as witty as it is ridiculous. Watch Squat now and join the fun at Squat Spot Fitness to experience the wildest workout laughs and some serious bench press banter. Trust me, it's seriously underrated. What makes adult cartoons' tourist traps so addictive is their ability to blend the real with the wildly unrealistic. I mean, would you really want to go to a town where the mayor is an anthropomorphic horse with a drinking problem? Probably not, but hey, it makes for hilarious storytelling. Tourism inspired by adult animation series turns every trip into an adventure full of inside jokes and memes. Imagine going to a place and suddenly realizing you're walking through what looks like an episode from your favorite show. Cue the selfies and the "this really happened" Instagram stories. And naturally, there's a bit of a guilty pleasure involved. These shows laugh at the very cultures they borrow from, but with an affectionate wink that makes you want to explore those cultures more. Even if it means meeting some strange new people and maybe dodging a few existential crises along the way. So, there you go. Adult cartoons are more than just your go-to after a long day of work. They're a portal, quite literally, into bizarre, amazing, and hilarious cultures that scream, "Come visit, we're nuts but lovable." Whether it's the secret hangouts in Springfield, the mind-bending multiverse of Rick and Morty, or a comedic take on gym culture in Squat, Sitcom, the connection between adult humor cartoons and tourism culture, is something you'll want to keep an eye on, or better yet, book a ticket for. Now, next time you're watching one of those best adult cartoons and thinking, "Man, this would be a cool place to visit," you're not crazy. You're just ahead of the trend. And if you want some laughs with your lunges, seriously, check out Squat Sitcom. It's where adult animation series meet everyday fitness craziness. And trust me, you'll want in on the fun. All right, time for me to wrap this up before I start planning my own trip to Toonville. Until next time, keep laughing, keep exploring, and maybe don't trust any cartoon towns with their own laws.